former being, man. You know?
Everything's gonna get a chance to heal.
That's right.
Because a lot of you are gonna get put to death.
No, this earth hasn't had a land.
Hey, give me the scriptures in the book of the Apocrypha, where it said about where man used to. I think it's in 15, man. Where
sorry, second Esdras.
Yeah, second Esdras, man. Because where you heathens gonna be? You're gonna be in mines, or you're gonna be in the land of Israel building up. You ain't gonna be in all your lands just living. So what's gonna happen in your lands? It's gonna go back to natural state. Basically, it's gonna be like a land Sabbath, but for years. When you go back to your lands, they're gonna be like naturalized, man. A bit like what happened to those civilizations over there in South America, man. You go and try and find them civilizations today, you ain't gonna find them because they've been naturalized, man. You be walking over them and you wouldn't know. Should be. Give me from a 17, man, because so many people are gonna get put to death. It's gonna be a drastic depopulation of the planet Earth, man, and therefore the Earth is gonna rest, man, and it's gonna heal, because there ain't gonna be no wicked ass people there to keep hurting the Earth, man, abusing it. They say what, the fish is running out in the sea? Well, you got all your trawlers they're gonna be destroyed, man. And guess what? The fish are gonna be left alone to heal and repopulate, man. You gonna be busy working in Israel. You ain't what's left of you, man.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
The Lord's gonna do a huge culling of this planet Earth, man. And it needs it, man. Yep. Because you people are destructive, man. Don't worry about the tiger's population. That's gonna go back to what it should be, because you gooks are not gonna be there to fucking kill the tiger for his penis, man. You ain't gonna be doing that around me. In fact, the tiger's gonna be feasting on you.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't have to worry about no pandas either, man.
They're gonna go back. They're gonna go back. Their numbers are gonna grow back, and they're gonna start breeding again. Right now, they don't want to breed in this place, man. This place is so wicked. You know?
There will be no children to this world, man.
All this concrete, if the missiles don't deal with it, and the chariot, then these are gonna deal with it. What would happen is that will outgrow, and this will basically weather and break up, and then you know what they showed you that in Life After Man. There was a program on National Geographic History Channel where they basically showed what would happen if every person just disappeared, and they showed after 10 years, after 20 years, after 100 years, after 200 years, after 500 years. And they show you how basically what would happen is nature will reclaim everything, man. Now, there ain't gonna be no skyscrapers anyway, because those would last for a certain amount of time, because the chariots are gonna be destroyed at, but all the rubble and all that will just get broken down, man. Anything small, the concrete pavements, those will be broken down and turned into grasslands again. After about 500, 600. That's why you people are going to be in slavery for 1,000 years. You're going to be in the land of Israel, serving slavery, right? And building up the land of Israel. And the earth is going to rejuvenate. Don't worry about land of Israel. We're going to do the terraforming because we're going to have spiritual powers anyway. But the rest of the earth is going to be resting, man. China's going to be resting. All that destruction. Because China's been poisoned up. So is India, man. All those lands have been poisoned by the industrial activity that's been done there, set up by the so-called white men. So that all needs to be cleansed, man.
All that nuclear activity, man.
Yep.
You know, poison the damn place.
That's gonna have to be done away with.
That's right. Okay, this is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, from verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Great death, man. The population into the earth, man. See, Esau's saying he wants to destroy 80% of the world's population. The Most High ain't gonna do that, man. And Esau's gonna be included. In fact, Esau's gonna be 100% destroyed. But in the end of it anyway, he's gonna be utterly eradicated. But the Most High wants to bring great death down to this earth, man. Just like he did in the days of Noah, man. A great culling, man. That shows you the Most High is with massive population, man. Because you people are wicked, man.
Not for the same reasons that the white man.
Not for the same reasons for Esau.
Yeah, man, it has to come, man.
That's what the Lord's gonna do. That's why it's gonna be times of great death. A lot of you ain't gonna make it to slavery, man. You're gonna die in the famines and the wars, man. By the billions, man.
The beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague.
Famine and plague. A lot of people are gonna drop dead from just the famine alone. A lot of people are gonna drop dead from the biological weapons that are gonna be spread. And when I say a lot of people, I don't mean like 1,000 here or there. What they said, well, how many people died in World War II? They said like, as a result of World War II, like, it was in the millions, man. But this World War III, man, well, let's just say this, America's gonna be totally destroyed. So what's that, 350 million, give or take the elect? So you could probably say, you know, like, about 300 million people are gonna be destroyed in America alone. There's gonna be missiles from America that's gonna hit China and all that. Hey, a lot of people are gonna drop dead. Billions of people are gonna die, man. Billions. You better be prepared, man. That's why, and you know how much you know that too? Because we're surrounded by wicked ass people, man. And they deserve death.
Yeah.
If you make it into slavery, you're lucky, man. But we don't need that many slaves. We don't need like 5 billion slaves.
Yeah.
Not to build up the land of Israel. We only need enough. Enough to torture.
There's enough of you heaving out there, man.
There's enough of you. We don't need no 5 billion people.
Yeah.
That'll fucking, you know, clog man up with too many heathens, man.
Stench.
Saturates.
Yeah, man. All we need to know, man, it's gonna be unprecedented, man. The scripture told me the same thing, man. You know, such tribulation has never have been, man.
Great death.
Okay, this is verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And when did that happen, man? That happened in 2008, man. The last so-called food crisis, man, where food prices went up. But then, because it was Esau manipulating it anyway, Esau manipulated the food prices back down again. So people started getting food cheap again. So they started thinking, yeah, okay, we're in good case now. But this time the food prices are going up. They're not going to go back down. Trust me. Because the Most High has totally devastated even the food production. What, the worst drought in 50 years? The weather all over the planet is fucked up food production. And then on top of that, Esau's taking whatever food is being made and turning it into fuel, man.
And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sore famine and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other...
Many. When it says many, that ain't talking about a few thousand, man. Go on. There's a danger, man.
And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
If you escape starving to death, you're more likely to catch a bullet in your head. Or a missile. Go on.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them.
Yep.
For the earth shall be wasted.
The earth shall be wasted. When it's about the earth, the whole earth, man, there's going to be great death everywhere, man. Africa, South America. Even though South America might not catch that many nuclear missiles, it's going to catch normal conventional warfare. catch famine, disease, death, because the war's gonna be fought over there too.
Yeah. You still got the Edomites there, and the two-third are still there. So they're
Yeah, because you're gonna have race wars, but you also gonna have them South American countries are gonna be involved in the World War. There's submarines in the Pacific and submarines in the Atlantic Ocean, man. There's gonna be ballistic missiles getting sent over there too. Rio gonna get hit. They gonna get hit with something. You telling me they ain't? They gonna get hit. The middle of the Amazon forest might not get hit, but Rio gonna get hit with something. Right? That's a fine ass thing right there, boy.
This is verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
That's right. What's that? A great land Sabbath, man. It's gonna be the greatest land Sabbath anywhere, man. The earth is gonna get rest, but there's gonna be no man left, man. Now, when it said no man, it don't mean no man on earth. It's talking about, look, man, it's just gonna be a huge reduction of people, man, and the land's just gonna rest. When everyone's dead, even the farmer's dead, you ain't gotta do all that. Go on.
The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them?
Yep.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
So that's talking about after all the great destruction happens, trees and that are just going to be growing. They're going to be producing fruit and all that. But that fruit's going to just fall on the floor or be eaten by the animals. Because where are you going to be? You're going to be in the land of Israel working. That's what you're going to be doing. And there's going to be enough food there for you to eat. So you're not going to be in South America reaping no food from there, or in Africa reaping up no food, or in Asia. Those lands are going to be made desolate in terms of people. They're just going to be left to grow. Because it's only after 1,000 years we're going to release you back into your lands, and then you're going to build up your kingdoms again under our supervision. Huh? Damn. But it looks fake though. That's the thing. I wonder what they're gonna do with all them whips like after that shit. Give me one.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men.
All days, you see? That's what I said. All places shall be desolate of men. You gonna go Brazil, right? Ain't no one there. You gonna go China, of all places, ain't no one there. Because a lot of you Chinese are gonna get put to death, and the ones of you that's left, we're gonna round you up for slavery, man. What, you think we're just gonna leave you out there in the middle of China? You ain't gonna escape. You're gonna be found, and you're gonna be put into chains, man.
Yep.
And that's gonna be a joy.
They're shipped.
That's what we're gonna do. You might think you got away with something. Next thing you know, it's gonna be chariot. You're gonna hear the chariot and the horn.
Angels touch that,
Hey,
boom boom.
like in Angels, us. Hey, you're gonna be like in Planet of the Apes. Then you see man start running through the fields, and the man is just on horses like catch that good there, throw his ass in the cage, man. You coming back with us, man. We got some work for you. We got a mine. The only place you're gonna be if you're not in Israel, you're gonna be working in a mine. You know? You're gonna be in a gold mine. You're gonna be in a silver mine. You're gonna be in a copper mine in Ireland somewhere.
Yeah, man. Then it's gonna be proper like, you know, descent, man.
Yeah, down in a cave somewhere.
Crackers, man.
You ain't gonna have no kingdoms, man. The first 1,000 years is gonna be purely about building Israel up, man. So you're gonna be mining. If you are farming, you're gonna be working on our farms, farming food for us and whatever scraps we decide to give you, man.
Well, just like how you had us, man.
That's right. You ain't gonna be in China. That's the point. You ain't gonna be in Japan. You ain't gonna be in Australia. Those places are gonna be desolate of men. And it's really gonna be like after the flood. After the flood, where was everyone? In that Middle Eastern area. Then they spread out. It's basically gonna be the same thing again. After 1,000 years, then you're gonna be allowed to go back to where you was, man. You know? And when you go back there, you ain't gonna find what you had before. All you're gonna see is land.